So I got given this axe about 6 months ago from these guys. This is Samuel, Thornwood Forge. Appreciate you coming out.
Thanks very much for having us.
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, we've had a good couple of days so far. It's been fantastic just being out here in the remote wilderness in Sweden.
We've had some interesting times. Bigfoot actually made a bit of a show, but he got scared off because one of the lads is already quite big. But we've done some fishing, haven't we? Caught some good pike, a lot of perch.
Yeah, we did. We cooked them up last night.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, fantastic.
But yeah, I've been beating the hell out of this thing. This is the Harrier.
It is.
I really appreciate you sending this over. I mean, it's kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none wilderness axe. Not extremely heavy, but it can pretty much do everything, can't it?
It was one of the first axes we designed, and it was designed for exactly as you said, jack of all trades. You want one axe to take out into the woods or into the forest to strap to your bag. It's not too heavy. That's the one to get. Yeah, you've beaten the hell out of it, which is exactly what we asked you to do. Which
you
is
did,
fantastic.
yeah. You said, don't be shy.
We sort of gave you one and with no strings attached, and just let us know if there's any limitations. And so far, you've said. Like,
I mean, so far it's been really good. I mean, the only thing I would, you know, I obviously probably could do with a bigger axe in general for where I am and winter. But
exactly.
You know, look at the range you got here. Not saying that I'll cherry pick one. You might leave a few behind by mistake. Which would be great, but you've obviously got some incredible axes there. I've not seen really anything quite like it.
So the thing that makes our axes different is that they're hand forged in Somerset in the UK.
Yeah.
So there's really not many people doing this in the world. Our goal is to make tools that will outlast us. That's the legacy of what we're doing, just to refine axes as far as possible, and to put the most amount of attention and care and detail into them. I'll just grab one of these axes here to show you.
Yeah, do it. That's an absolute beast. We had to go with that yesterday. Yeah, I mean that is the, in my opinion, like probably the ultimate wilderness axe, isn't it, really? It's what you've intended it to be.
That's what it's intended to be. If you were going to take one axe into all environments, all weather conditions, especially in the harsh northern wilderness in winter.
Cave.
Yeah. Exactly, you'd stand a good chance in fighting Bigfoot with this.
Yeah,
this is what we came out here to test
predominantly.
Because we need to know that they work well. We did a lot of research into old axes. Something that kept coming up was the profile, and there's this idea that these phantom bevels here, you might not be able to see it on camera, but it tapers to the bottom and the top of the bit, so the center of the axe bit is fatter than the top and the bottom. That means that when you're using it, like cross-cutting we cross-cut this yesterday, it doesn't stick in. So a lot of axes will sort of like get wedged in
straight away.
So
we compared the two, didn't we? You see it immediately.
It just chunks out and the chips fly out.
You're not really losing
works.
Energy, like trying to free it up. You're just going bang, bang, you know,
exactly, and it's
sort of getting through
it's efficient, and I think that's really important for environments like this, because in the winter you need to process a lot of wood. The
crazy thing is I know you say there's not a lot of money in axes, but for me, like, the axe has always been the most used tool for me.
I feel the same.
If someone said to me, like, you've got one tool, I'd just be like, yeah, I'll take that, thanks, and off you go.
You can see here the kite and buzzard that we've got there, which have the same forged overstrike collar. So this is not forge welded on, and it's definitely just not welded on. It's this whole axe head and those axe heads all come from the same piece of steel, so EN9, which is Swedish steel, fantastic steel, and it's all integral. So this whole head is heat treated. All of these heads are heat treated exactly the same way. It's not just the blade, it's the whole thing. So you can confidently use the pole to reverse strike,
which I do all the time.
Exactly, which is really important. The eye won't egg over time. Like the whole thing is heat treated. That integral forged overstrike collar will last the entire time that the rest of the axe will.
Interesting enough, you said about the steel. This isn't the same steel, right? This carving axe.
Yeah. So this is the Merlin carving axe, and this has been really successful with green woodworkers. So there's a 110mm cutting edge. The steel's from Sheffield, which is unlike the rest of them. So this is 52-100 bearing steel. It's got a flat grind, and it's really specifically just for carving, and it works so well, so wieldy. It's 850 grams, so it sits between two other axes that people like to use.
thing you didn't talk about. This is ash, yeah?
Yeah.
And you've got the moisture level down to like 3% or something.
Yeah,
you?
we've got well, we call it the axe sauna. It's just a hot box in the workshop where we keep all the axe handles, and we keep the axe handles at a really low moisture content level, and then we assemble it all together. But we use ash because it's the traditional European way of handling tools, especially axes.
Absolutely.
Hickory doesn't grow native in Europe, and we don't want to import it.
Yeah, I just want people to understand, like, because this comes across as quite probably like a salesy sort of video, and I don't want it to, because I'm not sponsored by these guys. They sent me an axe. Well, why did you send me an axe?
Yeah. Funny. I'm your biggest fan. No, I was. I suppose I got into bushcraft through watching, just coming across it on YouTube, like in the big YouTube rabbit holes. Maybe I was 16, 17, and then I remember your old videos, and you know, it sort of led me to where I am now. And if we could, you know, we don't make much money at all. Like I said, it took us 2 weeks to make like 15 axes. That's not, you know, we're not making crazy money. There's only 2 people that are full-time, and then everyone else is part-time, like a couple of people part-time.
Okay.
So what I wanted to do is just give you an axe back after introducing me to bushcraft, really, and just to say thank you, and also to get your feedback on the axes. We just want to make the best tools that we can. I
really like it. I love it, actually. Like, it's actually replaced my classic Hunter, Holt's classic Hunter. I've had that for 10 years plus, and
they're fantastic axes.
They are good.
Grand Spores, Holt's all fantastic axes. We're just like, England were the best tool makers in the world at one point, and I think we should get a bit of that back.
I mean, the thing is as well, these aren't made the same way as Granfors and Holt's as well. That's something that I think people might not understand.
The Granfors are doing it the most efficient way, in that they do one heat and then they managed to forge the axe out in one heat, which is so impressive. It's amazing to see. It's amazing to watch. I recommend anyone to go to their workshop, their place. It's so cool. But we just don't have those sorts of facilities, like in a small workshop in Somerset. So it takes us, you know, 2 or 3 days to get the profile right of all the axes. I've just say specifically the Harrier. It takes us a couple of days and multiple heat cycles of going round and round and round. That's why the forge scale looks completely different. You know, other axes that are made faster, like 2 minutes for Granfors, they're quite smooth. This has gone in and out of a forge multiple times. Joe and Jimmy and Tom forge all of these axes. They are incredible blacksmiths. I mainly forge the spreadsheets, actually trying to run the business.
Just equally as important.
But if not, you know, more. It is, well, it is important, but you know, owed to these guys, I'm not going to take away anything from them. Those guys, you know, work really hard, and Joe's a genius at what he's doing and the way that he can move steel.
Well, I think out of all the axes, this is definitely my favourite. I believe this is the Goshawk. If it's not, I shall write it in the video right now. You'll see it on screen. I think just that profile, those phantom bevels, very small contact patch, just makes it really, really efficient. It almost just doesn't get stuck in logs, so you're never kind of like, it just seems to be popping everything apart, really. Hopefully they forget this one, let's just be honest. I mean, they've got a lot of axes. I could just take this and, you know, just slide it underneath a little bit of sphagnum moss, you know, just like that. Just come back and claim my reward, right? But like I said, I mean, they're not sponsoring me. They've sent me an axe, obviously, about 6 months ago for testing purposes. I've beat the crap out of it. I'm very impressed with it. I definitely choose this one over that axe, and I definitely would add some sort of jimping. Me and a mate of mine, Harold, were talking about it. It is a bit smooth in the winter when it's -25, -30, and you're chopping wood out here, and you've got big gloves on initially until your hands warm up at least. You know, you can lose grip on this very, very easily. I've almost done it a couple of times, but that is obviously in my climate where it's extremely cold, and the ash does smooth off quite nicely, so I'm probably going to check mine up. But so it's been great to have them out here. If you want to see the full video of everything we've been up to, you can check out their channel. Like I said, I've just filmed a small segment just to showcase some of the axes, really, and get some background behind them. So yeah, we've had a good laugh and it's been good fun. So anyway, appreciate you watching, and see you again very soon. Take care.